Starkville, Mississippi. EA Sports College Football continues with a late-season Week 12 showdown here. The Condors headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Condors offense will have the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Keep it on the ground. There he goes. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Scanning the field, it's right. They're all over it. Firing to the right, complete. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. And it'll be the Condors have it with a 1st and 10. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Trying to get the corner. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Great job by the defense that time. One of the best things you can do against a team trying to run option is get penetration. Because when you get penetration on the quarterback, you disrupt the relationship between him and the pitch guy, and you saw it happen that time. The pitch guy ends up getting it, but everything's discombobulated. He's way behind the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go, and it's a big negative play.
They'll start on the ground with Pluff Bothwell. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Taylor wants to throw it. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin them deep. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the option. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. Makes his man miss.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Rides to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. They'll run the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a fourth down situation in their own end of the field, and what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Cotton. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Taylor wants to throw. Firing deep. Dangerous throw near the goal line.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Quick catch. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. First play of the period will be a second down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's King. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Here on the Condor sideline, we are seeing history here today. The running back has continued to run strong today, and now he is the program's single-season leader. The sideline immediately went up in arms, yelling, screaming. They are so excited for their running back, and they will continue to ride his energy here today as he makes more school history. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly. Defense all over him.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He's loose. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Condor! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Throws to the tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Rush right in his face. Finds his man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why
Lets it fly. Intercepted to stop the threat. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Whip it out to the back on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Quarterback changing the play. Taylor wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Looking deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He's going to take off. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get it through the air. Left side is Cotton. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got him in the flat. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Enough to move the chains. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Rolls right. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running right, it's Bothwell. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the Condors sideline, their running back is making a little bit of history, and his teammates are very aware. That last touchdown, rushing touchdown, put him at the top of school history for the season. Guys are fired up, making sure he gets the game ball right there. He's trying to get his helmet back on and get ready to run back out there and make even more history here today. But guys are very aware that he's doing something special out on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Condors want to move quickly.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Second and long here. Trying to establish the run. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. And it'll be the Condors will send out the punt unit. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse did love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything...
He's going to let it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Nearly intercepted.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down, gonna throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throwing right. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make...
It's a fumble! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield, it's right. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Notre Dame taking on the SMU Mustangs.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. His quarterback has to improve. Those first-half turnovers are the story of the game. Because they have run the ball somewhat successfully, I do expect them to go more to the ground game here in the second half and let their quarterback get his composure and stop turning over the ball. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for running room. Turning it on! Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Condors will punt this one away. Searching for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Caught, and he's got room. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Pulls it on the option.
Yeah, and you're seeing the open field running ability by the QB on that play. Nice job being patient, finding and allowing the blocks to set themselves up before he breaks off that long run.
The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Out wide left, it's West. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Has it! They will score! Touchdown, Mississippi State! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Gets rid of it.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Now give it to Fluff. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fluff Bothwell again. Plows through the defense. Breaks into the open. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Dumps it off in the flats. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And it'll be the Condors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The fake wants to throw. Got him downfield. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Condors! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. With an update on that, let's check in with Holland.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Long way to go on second down. Bluff Bothwell again. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Finds his target down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down.
139 Albatross.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Moves to his right. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Evans. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. With this game decided, let's take a look at the projected playoff bracket, and it's getting late. Week 12, and this is how things would stack up if the playoffs started today. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's a give to Bothwell. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Bluff Bothwell again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Trying to find the end zone. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. drills him with the stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Condor sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The give to the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Condors line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the return. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold it. A punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They give it back to him. There he goes! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Taylor wants to throw. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. He's got enough. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse.
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and